Hi, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com with another Tai Chi tip today. Thought we'd talk a little bit about the essence of Tai Chi. What is the essence of Tai Chi? Everybody who does it might have their own answer. So I don't know if there is a single essence that is absolutely true for everybody, but my essence of Tai Chi is not perfect form or super soft relaxation or great execution of techniques. My essence of Tai Chi is unforced balance. That's the yin-yang symbol, the black and white circle. You can see it's a symbol of unforced balance. You can just like unforced balance and think that it's really a neat thing, that balance is a good thing to have. Or like me, you can consider unforced balance to be the ultimate state of the universe, the underlying state of the whole universe, and that I want to be consciously embodying that. I want to be conscious of the state that the whole universe is in. But you don't have to think of it as the state of the universe. You can just like it. You can just like it because it's healthy and it feels good and it's a nice way to be. I don't care. The essence of it to me, nevertheless, is unforced balance. So unforced balance to me is neutral, it's uncommitted, it's ready, it's responsive, it is ready for the next thing, because we never know what the next thing is going to be. So unforced balance, the essence of Tai Chi to me is to be ready, to be responsive. So really all of Tai Chi practice, as opposed to just what the essence of the art is, the practice, the essence of the practice is recognizing what unforced balance feels like. And you may do a little postural checklist, like maybe in this position I'm in right now, feet flat, weight centered a little bit in front of my heels, knees bent, inner thighs rounded. I'm sitting into the crease where the hips meet the torso, tucking the tail a little bit, lifting the chest a little, dropping the head and taking it back a little, shrugging the shoulders. There's all kinds of postural things that you can work on, right? But you want to know what that feeling is, so you want to also relax into that and then kind of let the joints suspend and float a little bit. Now I feel pretty responsive and pretty neutral. So the essence of the practice is to feel what that neutral feels like and continually deepen your understanding of what neutral and responsive is. And then recognize when you're leaving it, when you're leaving unforced balance, when you're losing it, and then correcting for it, developing the ability to correct and return back to it, or at least towards it, or near it. So it's find the unforced balance, feel it, notice when you're leaving it, correct for it, and bring yourself back to at least close to it. This is the essence of any balance art. Tightrope walkers, have great balance, so they make frequent, tiny corrections. Beginners make infrequent, big corrections, because they don't notice when they've lost it until it's way up here. A master notices when they've lost it when it's just a millimeter to one side or the other. So their corrections are very small. But it doesn't really matter what level you do it at. We can't all be masters. We don't all have the talent or the drive or the ability or willingness to practice. The important thing for me is to just be aiming for that, to be aiming for that unforced balance and get the benefits of living a life that's aiming for unforced balance. That's more important to me than how perfect I nail it down or how excellently I achieve it, because we're all going to end up dead. So it doesn't matter how great I am at it. What matters to me is just what I learned from it, the kind of life I live while I'm here, being a person who's aiming for that. So a simple little way that you can help yourself with your own practice is that anytime you come to a position, like say I'm coming into single whip here, if you just think as you finish it, check your posture, relax and soften, and then float the joints a little bit. So when I get to a position, if I can think posture, soft, float the joints. Whatever the position is, and you can take 5 seconds to check your posture, and then you can take 5 seconds to soften and relax the joints and just let everything get really slack, and then you can take 5 seconds to float the joints a little bit. I don't mean floating up here like bad floating. I mean like floating like buoyant driftwood logs. I mean just getting a little bit of play and motion in the joints. You can take 5 seconds each on those levels, which I call bone level, muscle level, energy level. Or you can just do a little shorthand. A simple way to remember it for me is posture, softness, float. I get to a position, posture, softness, float. Or it can be posture, softness, float. It can just take a beat or two. You can just settle into it and find it very quickly. But if you if you continually do that, you'll get a deeper sense of what neutral is, because it doesn't matter what the movement is, you will have lost a little bit of your neutral doing that movement. So when I get to the end of it, it's posture, softness, float the joints. So now I'm kind of ready for the next thing. So you can deepen your experience of that neutral, ready, unforced balance state by doing that, but also you can deepen your ability to learn when you're off of it, when you're not doing it. Because when you get there, when you check your posture, you realize what you've lost posture-wise by getting there. When you soften and relax, you realize what tensed up. By floating the joints, you realize what responsiveness you might have lost in that process. So by attending to this little three-step thing, posture, relaxation, softness, and then floating the joints, you learn about the state of unforced balance, you learn about how you've left that state, and also in itself it is the correction that returns you back to it. So basically that simple practice is the essence of Tai Chi practice, and it's also the essence of Tai Chi if you experience it at the end, like after you've corrected it. You've got the essential thing of Tai Chi, which is unforced balance. So it's a simple way to do that. Try it. When you get to any position, just pause for a moment, check your posture, soften and relax your muscles, then expand a little bit and float your joints. And it can be right after a punch. You know, it could be after something fast. You can do something fast, check your posture, soften, feel your joints float a little bit, and then you're ready to go on to the next movement. And you'll find that you can do it very, very fast. You can do it on the hoof. You know, you can do it just in a split second, or it might take, it might take a minute or two. And it's certainly worth taking your time in doing sometimes, because the more time you spend with your posture, up to a reasonable point, you work on that posture, it'll improve. It'll get deeper if you spend 5 seconds rather than 1, and your relaxation will get deeper if you spend 5 seconds rather than 1, and then your joints will be more suspended and floating if you spend 5 seconds rather than 1. But it's also really nice to be able to just arrive there and go 1, 2, 3, and just have it. Because that's our ultimate goal. Is we want to be able to go to neutral pretty fast. Anytime there could be an earthquake in 3 seconds, or somebody could come out and attack me, or a renegade aggressive deer could decide that I'm in its territory and decide to stomp me. So I might have to act pretty quickly. And so we want to be able to find neutral fairly fast. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. I think it can really improve a Tai Chi practice if you do it. Again, I'm Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. If you like this kind of thing, subscribe to my channel. I do lots of Tai Chi videos, nature videos, and tons of music videos, occasional stab at humor videos, and visit my website, GeneBurnett.com, for more information, and thanks for watching.